Hello, welcome to ZeroToSiva, and this is the first video in my Mule Advanced playlist. So I'm going to tell you in this video, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to cover and what you are going to get. Actually, after this playlist is completed, you will be in a position to clear MCIA certification, Mulesoft Certified Integration Architect certification exam. Not only that, you'll have a good experience of a real-time project. So I'll tell you the agenda first, what I'm going to cover and what you will learn. Okay, let me share my screen. So on day one, we'll understand about how modules work in Mule and how they have designed modules in such a way that we can avoid this class loading problems. We will see how class loading isolation can be achieved using modules. Not only that, you'll understand how to share common flows between applications. Actually, in interviews, they might be asking about sharing of common flows. This will help you. And in day one itself, we'll start understanding about streams. Actually, it is very, very important, and you can tune your performance of your application a lot if you understand about how streaming works in Mule. So you'll understand about various streaming options, what are repeatable streams, non-repeatable streams, etc. So with that, we'll complete day one. And every day you'll be having some exercises to work on. So once you see the video, in the video description, you'll get the GitHub link where I have kept some exercises to be done. After completing every topic, you'll have to work on the corresponding exercises by downloading from my GitHub. Okay. So day two, we'll go deeper into Mule runtime. We'll understand Mule runtime engine internals. Actually, as a developer, without knowing all this, you have been working on Mule. But if you want to take your learning to your advanced level, if you want to become an architect or so, or if you want to fix any issues easily, understanding about internals of Mule runtime is very important. So here in this topic, you'll understand how Mule runtime engine internally works and how it internally uses reactive programming model. And most importantly, what are the various thread pools in Mule runtime engine and how these thread pools are used in a transactional flows, non-transactional flows, etc. And also, you'll understand how Mule internally implements non-blocking I/O and how HTTP connector internally uses these thread pools called as Grizzly thread pools. You'll get a huge learning here, and you'll get more confidence on using Mule once you go through this topic. Then day 3 and day 4, actually, we will see some best cases, various strategies on how to process the data. So I'll take one scenario and we'll discuss about various ways to process the data in that scenario using sequential processing, parallel processing, asynchronous processing, synchronous processing. You'll understand about a pattern called as quick acknowledgement pattern, when to use it and when not to use it. You'll clearly understand. And also, you will see how to do iterative processing using parallel for each and for each. You'll understand the differences clearly. This is very important for certification exam and also interviews. They might ask about these topics. And again, I'll try to implement a near real-time synchronization use case. And also, we'll understand how batch processing is implemented, how we can use batch processing. Then we'll understand about VM queues and we'll see how to create a cluster of Mule runtimes and how VM queues work in a cluster, how these VM queues work in Cloud Hub in various runtimes, we will understand. And we'll implement this knowledge for processing batch records fastly. Okay. Then comes the development and deployment strategy. We'll discuss about what are control planes, runtime planes, etc. And we'll discuss about standalone runtime, cloud hub runtime, runtime fabric, private cloud edition, when to use what. We'll understand the architecture of runtime fabric, private cloud editions, etc. You'll get a very good understanding about when to use which plane. Okay. Then comes very important thing, state preservation and management options. Here we'll dive deeper into object stores, watermarks, how VMQs work in various runtime planes, etc. How to persist the data in Mule, what are the various strategies. Then in day 8, we'll discuss about how to manage transactions in Mule applications. We'll discuss about local transactions and global transactions, and also we'll discuss about a design pattern called as Saga design pattern. Then we will see how to achieve reliability goals of your application. What all things can be used for designing your application for reliability. And then we'll see how to secure our communications. This is a very big topic, and we'll see various ways to secure our applications and network communications. Then, till this point, day 11, we have completed most of the topics related to MCIA. In day 12, we'll discuss about GitHub, how to manage your code using source code repository like GitHub. You'll understand all the basics, even though you are new. Even if you are working on Git and GitHub also, you'll have some new learnings here related to Mule. Then day 13 and 14, we'll understand how to implement CI/CD using Mule. And then from day 15 to day 35, almost 21 days, we will implement a real-time project using Agile and Agile Scrum. Of course, we'll be using Jira as a tool, and we'll see how to use Confluence, how they use Confluence in real time. And we'll see how to integrate with Jira, with GitHub, Slack, Jenkins, etc. And for my real-time use case, I have actually 5 APIs which I will be implementing in a real-time project. What I will do is I will create stories, epics, etc. using Jira, and I'll implement it as a developer in a company. How a developer in a company implements the stories, how they will update it, everything you will understand how real-time developer works in a real time, right? Okay, so this will almost take 20 plus days. Let us see how it goes. So that is the plan. Let us get started with our first day agenda on next video. But before that, let me tell you, this is the agenda of actually any point platform architecture integration solutions. So this is a certification, integration solutions, MCIA certification. You'll gain the skills to become a Mulesoft certified integration architect after completing this course from Mulesoft. So whatever agenda I showed you, I have taken the concepts from this topics. So most of the topics which are covered in this Mulesoft agenda, I am covering, except some unnecessary theory topics and some topics which are already covered in Mule developer course, I am leaving off. So introduction to integration solution architects and all these all are actually theoretical topics. So I didn't cover this theoretical topics here. And this already you might be knowing any point platform capabilities and components, so I'm not covering. This topic I'm covering here is where class loading isolation is discussed. Mule event processing I'm covering. Transformations I have already covered in DataWeave in my developer course. Testing also I have covered in my developer course, so I'm not covering here. This topic, choosing a development and deployment strategy, I'm covering in my course. State preservation options also I'm covering. And I'm not covering this logging and monitoring as of now, but maybe in future I have a plan to cover this logging and monitoring options. And CI/CD, achieving CI/CD, automating software development lifecycle. This also I have in my agenda. Transaction management also I have in my agenda. Reliability goals and high availability goals are also discussed in my agenda. This performance, actually, Mulesoft official course also discusses a lot of theoretical topics, do this, do that. And it is similar to how you do performance management in Java. So this is not much related to Mule, even in the Mulesoft course. It is a general Java discussion. For any Java application, how you do performance management, they discuss the same thing. So I am not covering this. Then the next two topics are related to security. I am covering this. So most of the topics which require detailed explanation, I will be covering in my course so that you will be able to complete the MCIA exam. Also, as you know, in my playlist, in my channel, I have a playlist for MCIA exam questions. So once you complete the MCIA topics and if you go through that exam questions, which I have discussed, you'll get more confidence and you will be able to clear MCIA certification easily. That's all about this course. Okay, let us get started with day first topic in day one. See you next.